Welcome to my channel, Sacred Intuition, and today we are using the cards from the Soul Spirit Speaker, and this is why I put this little note here. Those are the cards from Lisa Ehrenfried. You can find her on Instagram, Soul Spirit Speaker, or you can even find her on YouTube, Lisa_Ehrenfried. Yeah. And I got her cards from Etsy. Anyway, let's put it like this. And let's see. The card deck is called Follow Your Soul Path. So let's see. What is it that you need to know as of today? Travel. Okay. And oh, this is so funny because the Lenormand deck that I'm using right now is the Winter in Paris Lenormand. And this reminds me very much of this card. It's the flower bouquet. Let me find it. So this might be relevant. Is it? Look at this. Yes, those are cherry blossoms. Those are roses, but still, nonetheless, it has the same vibe, right? Number 9 might be significant for you. But I'm also feeling it's like more about the journey. Yeah. And it's also about having positive thoughts when it comes to your own journey that you're on. It's about finding happiness within yourself because it's also finding your inner peace. And yes, I feel guided to take this. Maybe you're also being advised to let go of old stuff. Maybe you maybe change your hair color or want to change something. Maybe you want to get rid of old clothes, old stuff, and just declutter. Yeah. Is there anything else for following your soul path that you should be mindful of as of right now? Yeah, be mindful. I just said mindful. It is mindfulness. Yeah, so yeah, be mindful, find your inner peace, and you're doing this by actually really focusing on positive thoughts. And the flower bouquet also talks about positivity and happiness. And yes, it can be about also an invitation and date. But it also talks about a woman. It's actually quite an interesting meaning of the card. And now I'm at loss for words. Maybe you are actually being guided to really kind of maybe stop in your tracks and maybe also unwind a little bit. Maybe the past days, maybe past weeks, I don't know, even maybe the past year has been an ongoing battle and up and down, and you might have traveled a lot as well. And maybe right now, what you are desiring is to kind of like the feeling of coming home and really kind of getting a rest. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's, I don't know why I'm guided to put it like this. You know what? I think I want to explore it a little bit with the travel card. It also says spend time in nature. Yeah, for orientation, it's also following your inner compass, you know? I like those cards. I definitely wanted to clarify with tarot, but now I'm actually guided to use the Lenormand. How about the positive thoughts? What about the positive thoughts? It's about making the choice what you give your time and energy. Powerful. It's a powerful message. And because the positivity of your thoughts will lead to a turning point, because it's not only a crossroads, but it's also about a turning point. And By the way, this is the main energy of this week. From the 2nd of December till the 8th of December. It's all about like turning points and making like a decision. Yeah, it's grounding yourself. Wow, now I'm even having a throat chakra issue, even when we're not talking about love. It's about the stability, and it's about anchoring, like also anchoring in a safe harbor. And be mindful that your thoughts are not something that you have to escape from, but instead something that is also giving you peace and comfort, like a safe haven. Be a safe haven for yourself. How about finding your inner peace? Yeah. Interesting. Also a travel card, right? The ship talks about something that it's on its way, right? It's coming towards you. And but it's also, I'm hearing en route again. It's so interesting. Has been following me. You see how the steam is like clouding, like the building, like the house. It is also building, like clouding the tower. What else do you see in the back? Oh, you see the Sacré-Cœur, which doesn't make sense because it shouldn't be there. But if you've been to Paris, you would understand what I mean by that. But okay. And the Sacré-Cœur is actually being used as the mountain, as the block in this deck. But I love it because the tower, like the isolation and the mountain, it's basically something that is being left behind, and it's like being left behind the steam. And yet the stability, the foundation, the partnership, whatever it is, the house, maybe you're also passing it by at this time because it's not seen clearly at this time. Yeah, it's a new beginning. You are moving towards a new beginning, and it's also making your peace with whatever this new beginning holds for you. Very interesting reading. And the ship talks about our desires. It talks about our wishes. It talks about desires. Something that takes a long time, yeah, as well, because obviously sea travel is not as fast. But it also talks about like a longing, and of course travel, like I said before. It can also talk about relocation, but funnily enough, the ship can also indicate a far distance relationship, if that is applicable for you. But it's also about something that is being planned out. Maybe you are craving and longing for love, and maybe you're being asked to find your inner peace first, to have those wishes, and you can hold on to your wishes, but having faith in them and have positive thoughts about them, which is going to create this turning point, which is going to lead to this new beginning with like this flower bouquet, right? Because the flowers also talk about like a reason to celebrate, about a surprise. It can be a gift, but yeah, like I said, an invitation to a date. It could also mean an engagement, actually. But it's, in general, it's something beautiful, and it is creating happiness, right? It's joy. Yeah. Yeah, and it's the spring card, if I remember correctly. And it stands for the months April, May, and June. So this might be relevant. Yeah, very nice. Is there anything else that I can think of with a turning point? Well, I mean, it can also... It's interesting because this card can also indicate like guiding you in a direction. But actually what I'm getting is that you are being guided to guide your thoughts in a positive manner, to guide it in a positive light. Yeah, alrighty. Let's just see. What about the mindfulness? How about mindfulness? It's in the reverse. It's the Rider. And I like this because the Rider and the Lucky Clover. And the Lucky Clover also talks about the right timing. And it's the small luck. Well, let's put this, because then I can put it here. Does that work like this? Yeah, it does. Perfect. Okay. With the Rider, it also means like a message arrives to you, but maybe since it talks about mindfulness and also your balance, maybe you're also expecting a message, but you see how the Rider is not actually moving, the horse is not moving. It's interesting. It talks about like positive news, about communication, movement, being on the go. Maybe you should be mindful about maybe also like taking this rest, right? Maybe not to be so overly active, or maybe you should be mindful with who you're meeting. But it also talks about opportunities and meetups, the Rider itself. Very interesting. Now I'm getting to be mindful that everything comes in at the right time. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think the Rider is actually quite fast energy, so it comes within days, so maybe 2 to maybe a week, maybe 10 days, I don't know, something like that, but not more than that. Let's say like 2 to 8 days that you can expect to receive news. Now I'm actually kind of confused because technically, if we're doing it right, then I messed up the order, right? So it is about this inner journey that something is coming towards you. And it is quite possible that that you're attracting this in as you're directing your thoughts in a positive way, and by being at peace within yourself. And this mindfulness and this inner balance is actually coming, like calling in this forward movement. And now I actually do feel like this is the energy. Crazy. Okay. I'm not quite sure which card deck to use. I thought about the Thought Tarot, but this seems so harsh in the energy. I don't know. How about this deck? That doesn't vibe either. Okay, then we're gonna use the Starseeker Tarot. Been using this quite often lately, so this is why I didn't want to use it, but that's the one that is more aligned with these cards, I feel. Oh, anyway. Okay, let's see. How about travel and the flower bouquet? What is the energy here? What the heck? No, that's way too much. What the heck? and the Queen of Pentacles. And you know what? The Queen of Pentacles is also sitting pretty. And there's a book. And there are butterflies, like transformation. You got the Six of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and Judgment. Maybe you'll receive like a pleasant surprise when it comes to like some kind of institution or a connection. As there will be equal give and take because there's a judgment call that is being made. Maybe someone is making like making a decision. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. How about the positive thoughts and the turning point? Because I'm really drawn to the turning point energy here. The Two of Pentacles and Temperance. Yes. Oh, wow. This is so funny. Ace of Pentacles. Yes. And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Makes perfect sense. What your spirit guides are telling you is to really get a hold on your back and forth energy. I feel like you're always bouncing back and forth between all negative and super emotional to like positive and very calm. And you're being asked to temper that. Because this is going to create this Ace of Pentacles energy to come in. You know? That is actually quite interesting. Well, let's put it like this. Put it like this. Yeah. Because that would be also putting down your burdens and again, be the Queen of Pentacles. I almost said Eight of Pentacles. Interesting. How about finding your inner peace in this ship? Like these desires, the wishes. What is coming towards you with finding your inner peace? No way. The Nine of Cups. That speaks volumes. Yeah, the Five of Swords. Something really kept you conflicted. And I feel like this is something that you, maybe something that blocked you and that kept you isolated was this Five of Swords energy. This Five of Pentacles, wow. And now you're coming out of it. You're leaving this behind and you're making peace with this Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles energy. Maybe you felt abandoned. Maybe you felt like you weren't achieving what you wanted. Maybe there were lots of arguments around you. And even though it upset you, it is putting like the swords into the ground and saying a final goodbye to those thoughts. And to also not to grieve anything that you've invested in before. And it's interesting because technically those coins are on this tree. So it's bearing fruit, but it is not yet ready to reap what has been sown. And yet you were upset about something that was just not yet ready to be harvested. And you felt abandoned by it because you felt like this was not coming in for you. That's a deep message. I'm going to put it like this. But what's coming is you embracing like this Nine of Cups energy and maybe also focusing on yourself and on your pentacles, on your talents, on your skills, on your strength. This is what brings this in. Whatever it is that you're looking for. How about this mindfulness and the rider? This forward movement. This almost flipped up. Okay, guys, this is crazy. This is the Ace of Cups. I mean, this is something that you're that, oof, I have goosebumps. Wait, can you see it? Here you can see it a little bit. Finding peace, yeah, and you finally get to work something out. And all these three pieces, they combine together this Ace of Pentacles. I like that. I really enjoy this. Yeah. And this is coming in after a time of healing. And maybe also a time of confusion. Wow. And this is bringing in the healing of this confusion, is bringing in the Lovers. Pfft. Yeah. That starts off with a simple gesture, a simple action. And yes, it might be a long road ahead, but you will be working it out and it's going to lead to the sun. I mean, I don't think you haven't, wow, and justice underneath. Justice coming in. But you have to trust and you have to believe. And I'm actually calling myself out here as well. It's very interesting. I like this. You know what? This message will reach whoever needs to hear this message. I think it's beautiful. It's not particularly long, but it doesn't have to be long. And yeah, if you would like to support this channel, then stick around and subscribe if you vibe. And of course, hit the like button to maybe make sure that other people get this message as well. Or drop down a comment. Or maybe even share it with someone that you might have thought of while listening to this message. Anyway, I'm sending you the absolute very best from the bottom of my heart. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.